Lemon Boy. Mic check 1, 2. You there, mate?
I'll answer that with a question. Why is it that we gave good Senator Jeff Corbin such grief for being delayed last time, as he is now? And despite his reoccurrence of this character flaw, as one would call it, you too, Lieutenant Viglius, are delayed.
Well, the show doesn't start until I walk in, Senator Lemon Boy. So I cannot
Ever the
be late.
poet.
Senator Goku. Can you hear me? Can I hear you?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I can hear you kind of quietly, but clear. Senator Njunka, Senator Jeff Corbin, late again. Disappointing to say the least. I must go to the Galactic DMs and remind them of their duties. Will not bode well for their opportunity yet. Oh, we got someone right. The Senator Jeff Corbin is here. Oh, Senator Jeff Corbin, you are not the last one here today. Mic check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mic check, mic check.
Gotcha. You're sounding great today. You're sounding much more upbeat, much more excited to be here. I think that will bode well for this final debate structure. Some might call it an AMA, but no one will be asking me anything. They will be asking you everything. Here we go. Here's the last one. All right, get ready to grill him. I have a feeling Senator Njunka will not be bothered. Senator Njunka.
Huh?
2 questions. 1, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
2, why are you tardy, sir?
I was taking a
Explain
shit.
yourself. I had a feeling that was going to be the answer.
It is also
first,
it's also actually like fully legit. I'm not just making it up.
or fully shit. With that joke, I will be leading now into our discussion here today. This discussion kind of takes me out of the equation, which is a bit interesting from my perspective, and it's the way it should be. This puts the focus on the galactic senators of our world. What I will be doing is I will be scouring the Galactic Coliseum, and I will actually invite any of the senators who'd like to come up on stage and directly ask a question to any of the specific candidates here today. So if you are interested in joining us up on stage to ask a question to either all or specific senators, please raise your hand and I will bring you up accordingly. If you are uncomfortable with that, which I can completely understand, there's a lot of masculinity up here. I will be reading questions from the Galactic Coliseum chat to either all of the senators or the specific senator that you are asking the question of. With that in mind, I'd like to thank each of the candidates for joining me here today. Thanking them for taking time out of their busy schedule to be with us before each and every one of you, and I guess opening themselves up literally and figuratively to potential decisive questions that will lead to either their success or failure in this candidacy. Let's not take this any further. Does anyone in the community want to either join us up on stage or have any direct questions that they would like to ask the candidates here in the Galactic Coliseum? And we wait. In the meantime, while we wait for these questions to come in, I'd like to ask, we know Chairman Njunka was just pooping. Senator Goku, how's your galactic day going?
It's going wonderful. I did have a good Senate session today with my my internal counsel. It's been a busy day.
Oh, that's great. Well, we got our first question in, so we'll fill gaps with simple questions like that from a simple mind like mine while we were waiting for questions. But first question, and this goes to each candidate. Which candidate of the remaining galactic senators would you prefer least to be the chancellor, and why? I will start by asking that question to Jeff Corbin. Take it away. Let's keep these answers quick and fast, y'all.
You just had to pick me. You just had to pick me first.
Yeah.
See now this
Who do
question
you
is
hate and why?
yeah, that's the thing. This question is it's a bad question. It's a bad question. Okay,
There's
I'll
no
do it
such
this
thing as
way.
bad questions, Senator.
The question tries to make me paint a bad light on my fellow, senators. But what I would do is I would say the person I feel least likely to do a really good job would have to be, well, might as well just say it. It would have to be Lemon Boy for obvious reasons, as we all know. I
So you're
feel he takes two great chances, great risks when he decides to tackle something, and that's just, I think, one of the main reasons why I don't think amongst my fellow senators that he would do the best. Let's just leave it at that.
I put you in a tough spot, Senator Jeff Corbin.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You did Philly Fally a little bit there, but you did land on someone. I guess I will let ex-Chancellor Shadow Dr. Lemon Boy respond to that, and particularly choose whichever candidate he hates the most and why.
I thank you for the opportunity. Although I will say I'm not surprised by the words that have left your mouth here today, Senator Jeff Corbin. I wish I would have been. My response to this question is twofold. If I were to have to say a singular individual, given certain extraneous circumstances, if they were to transpire, those being, of course, Senator Jeff Corbin and his potential robo-racism, naturally, I would have to place such a candidate at the bottom of the totem pole, not even of individuals on this stage, but of individuals within this galaxy, as who I would want to be my chancellor. Twofold, because that is contingent. I do not say that these claims are 100% true. There's still much out for debate, much out for analysis. And so, given current circumstances, naturally, I would have to pick Senator Njunka. The reason there being more logistical in nature, I will say that his many, disabilities which he refuses to have treated despite our very advanced technology is quite concerning, those specifically around his hearing, as well as my own issues when it comes to understanding him. From what he has uttered thus far, I will be quite honest when I say it is challenging to hear someone speak when you do not speak broke. So for me, that translation has been quite the struggle this entire time. I understand he's some sort of a communist, but it's still something to be worked on.
I appreciate that two-folded response, and the emphasis on it being two-folded was quite enjoyable. Senator Njunka, how do you feel about Lemon Boy hating you, and who is the candidate that you believe will do the worst job, aka do you hate the most and why?
Am I not allowed to respond to this rumor he's
No.
spreading about robo racism?
Oh,
No,
Oh,
you're
okay.
not right now.
I thought you were gonna stick up
Mm.
for me and defend me here.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Okay.
We'll talk about your robo racism later, Senator Jeff Corbin, or I guess claims of that. But Chairman Njunka, please, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there are no other candidates really. I think everybody should just vote for me, and everybody else, there's. I don't know what are they even saying? I'm not paying attention. I can't hear what the fuck they're saying. There's noise. There's background noise.
That's a very diplomatic answer, but in a very negative fashion. I guess we'll have to carry on from that, I suppose. Apparently, Chairman Njunka is not listening to any of us ever. Besides me, apparently. He does seem to respond to me, and he gets the giggles, I think, when I get the giggles. But Senator Goku,
I feel like you have a
Ye-
very soothing voice, and I really enjoy listening to you speak.
take it easy now. Senator Goku, which of these candidates, and I will not allow any wiffle waffle, which of these candidates do you hate and why?
Hate's a strong word. I would say if I was going to guess who would do the worst job, it's probably a tie. And I know this is out of left field. It's probably a tie between Jeff Corbin and Njunka. Mostly because
Your wiffle.
of the lack of preparedness that I've witnessed from both.
Did you not say you
Interesting.
would vote for me last week?
That sounds like a wiffle waffle. Senator Goku, before you respond to Njunka's claims, galactic laser gun to your head. Who do you hate more, Njunka or Jeff Corbin?
Probably Njunka.
Oh,
Let me
Alrighty.
explain. You threw me under the bus, boss. I did say that I was going to vote for you because of your wild cardedness, and I loved it. And then you threw me under the bus. I can't let that go, man.
Well, if you really think about it, I threw each and every one of you under the bus because I said I would vote for none of you.
Well, it was more so me because I pumped you up, man. I set you on a pedestal, and I didn't even get a response. And you didn't publicly say you were sorry. It's just can't get past it, man.
This is true. I do apologize. I feel like this is just. I feel like this is the natural response I get from most people. They just put me on a pedestal. So I just take it for granted, and I do apologize. I do appreciate you speaking out for me.
In light of that apology, my least favorite is probably Lemon Boy.
Oh. So Jeff Corbin and Njunka were in a tie for least favorite, but now that Njunka apologized, Lemon Boy has now leaped Jeff Corbin as your least favorite. I need some logic there, and I need a response from Lemon Boy.
Well, my logic there is that, I mean, you've seen Lemon Boy, you've seen his inconsistencies in where he's from. I'm pretty sure every sector is different. But for the most part, I don't think his ideas are going to work. I don't think it's going to work out with Gallion and the shadow boxing and the time travel. And I think we're going to have to vote for a new chancellor if we elect him. We're going to have to do this all over again.
It's truly most disappointing. You finally seem to have had your eyes open for a moment there, Senator Goku. You finally realizing the fall from grace that was rightfully earned by a man who apologized in a most half-assed way, from what I could understand. Again, I remind you, I have troubles. When it comes to being picked so often by these fellow senators, am I surprised? No. Have I also heard rumors of coalitions aiming to take me down for everything that I have accomplished thus far? Of course. Have I ever been inconsistent, however? No. No inconsistency has ever been labeled towards me or proven, for that matter. And to hear this coming from who I might even rightfully label the most inconsistent candidate on this stage today is damn near laughable. Need I remind you of the incredible incident of the triple P platform that you have established for yourself, P being presence, and the other P somehow being, forgetting to vote? There's a P in there. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
PH,
I'm not
PH,
sure.
forget it.
Thank you.
Yes, that is a correct spelling. Yeah, that was a bit of a wiffle waffle turnaround circus show that you just went down there, Goku. But I appreciate it. It feels like you just kind of hate all of the candidates, and then you just landed on Lemon Boy at the end. That's fine. Um, that's what these type of questions should be getting us to, and I appreciate that. Now I just need a quick yes or no from each of the candidates here for our second question. Do you pee in the shower?
Yes.
Yes, no, yes. I got a yes. Jeff Corbin claims he does not pee in the shower.
Abstain.
Senator Njenka, do you or do you not pee in the shower, sir?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we've got two yes, we've got an abstain, and we have a stain saying that Jeff Corbin says he doesn't. But I think the other half of that question was, do you pee in the shower or are you a liar? So the answer is always yes. Let's move on to the next one.
Look, though, has any of you ever tried to poop in the shower? I never have. I'm just asking. Always wanted to try that.
We discussed this on our last chat.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
I don't think I want to revisit poop in the shower at this time, but perhaps the question will come from the candidates. I am going to move to the next question, though. There's a Senator Scottish Sauce out there who is claiming to have a significant amount of strength, and he values strength within his chancellor. So he's curious on what each of your first tasks will be if you were elected to be the next chancellor. Let's keep these short. I actually want to give everyone an opportunity to respond to that. Let's see who takes the lead.
I
Mine,
will say
my first task
no.
would
Go
be
right ahead,
to
Senator
set
Jeff
up.
Corbin.
Oh, very humble of you, Lemon Boy. Go ahead, Jeff Corbin.
Thank you. My first task would be to set up an intelligence network so as to keep tabs on everything that's going on, especially the actions of ex Chancellor Gallion. That would be my first task. Information is power.
Lemon Boy.
For me, it would be 100 push-ups. This is mostly around the idea that a sound mind can only come from a sound body, one strength leading into the other. And upon assuming that role, I would want to be as prepared as possible in both regards.
Impressive. I haven't done a push-up in years. Massive respect, Lemon Boy. All right, Goku, this one's to you. What is your first task as Chancellor if you were to be voted?
My first task in being consistent would be to suspend the member planet contributions from Cygnus 7 and Draco 9 to assist with reconstruction and rebuilding.
Interesting. That is very on brand and something you've been talking about across all the debates. Impressive stuff. Senator Njenka, what would be your first task?
101 push-ups.
Very nice. All right. All right, that one got me. All right, on to the next one. Senator Edify. I don't even know if this question needs, oh, maybe it does. Maybe there'll be some interesting responses here. If you had the opportunity to vaporize Gallion, would you? Let's go in reverse order. Chairman and Junko, would you vaporize Galleon if you were given the opportunity?
What does this mean? Like hitting him in a vape, like smoking him?
No, like shooting him with a vaporizer and turning him into unrecognizable matter.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Go. Who was next? Goku, I think.
Yeah. I would say no to Quick of Death. He needs to
Mm-hmm.
suffer.
Interesting. I like it. Lemon Boy. You vaporizing the ex-chancellor?
This is actually most interesting to me. It's very akin to a similar thought experiment I pose before myself almost every night. I ask this question. I ask, would I rather defeat former Chancellor Galleon at the press of a button, or would I rather have every last drop of blood in my body replaced with human shit? I know what you might be thinking. At the press of a button. It sounds easy, doesn't it? Vaporizing him. It sounds easy, doesn't it? But I have no interest in taking the easy way. And although it would give ex-Chancellor Galleon, piss on his name, a most just outcome, I do not believe that those results justify the means, and that it is fair to perform such an act without trial and jury of his peers.
Perhaps this question had a much more behavioral approach to it. I very much appreciate that response, Lemon Boy. You are very thoughtful and deep today, and I'm digging every second of that. Senator Jeff Corbin, you vaporizing the chancellor, and curious on this is as an attack force for yourself. I don't know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Definitely not. Not vaporizing. Got to put him on trial. Got to have him found guilty or not guilty, which will be guilty. Then torture him the most possible severe way. Make sure he's punished severely if found guilty. So no to the vaporization. No, that's just too easy.
Interesting. I've got myself thinking. Go ahead, Junko. Yeah.
Yeah, what's so bad about taking the easy route? Like, just get it over with. It just seems like they want to just keep edging him, like tickle him to death or some shit. I don't know.
So many people are still suffering from his actions. He has to suffer as well, if found guilty, which we all know he is, but I'm just saying, due process.
Not surprised that a man such as yourself is confused as what it means to do something other than the easy path. A man who has been appointed senator via no vote or via no governance of a senatorial body beneath him. He has no representative planet, has simply showed up and started to refer to himself as senator. A man who claims even moments ago that he regularly is placed on pedestals by individuals without understanding why. A man who has never taken the hard path once in his life.
Yes.
Killing me. All right, on to the next one. I'm also not surprised by that. Would have been curious to, we're kind of posing these questions in different orders with different people going first, and I think that there's been a lot of thoughtful responses, and just hope that we're all being true to ourselves here. All right, Senator Cowpoppy has asked, who is or was your starter Pokemon? This is super important to him as a voter, so we do have to acknowledge it. Let's go in Junko first.
Squirtle.
Okay. Jeff Corbin?
Easy. It's Squirtle. He's just the best.
Easy. Pikachu.
Pikachu is only come out to start Pokemon unless
Pikachu's
you play Pokemon Yellow. What the fuck?
Pikachu is technically not a starter Pokemon. Senator Jeff
In
Corbin, your
anything I'm
options
playing with
here.
regards to Pokemon, I'm picking Pikachu. Just note, I didn't play it. I'm just saying, if I ever was to play it, I'm picking Pikachu. I don't care what happens.
Senator Cowpoppy, your answer to his question would be you've never played Pokemon. All right, Goku, on to you.
Charmander.
Interesting. Lemon Boy.
If I may, just a moment to whiffle waffle on this one. A lot to think over here. Oh. Huh. What's this?
He's Googling.
A knock at my space door at this time of night? Most curious. Please come in. Oh, space mail. Yes, of course. Place it here. This is right here on my space desk. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Curious. What do we have here? A red envelope marked urgent. Oh, I'll open. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do my eyes I almost don't believe what I'm seeing. The timing of this is almost unreal. And I'm almost disgusted. I will have to share this in the chat. Let us review it live together. It appears here that we finally received the forensic analysis report from the Department of Galactic Investigation regarding the subject of Senator Jeff Corbin and his robo-racism. Now, remind you, gentlemen, the subject in which this was submitted for was for the photo in question, which has been of great discussion lately, shared in the comms channel.
Hey, but what is your
Now
favorite
being shared
starter
again
Pokemon?
here. Excuse me, Senator Njoka, but this is a pressing matter. Looking here where it says Senator Jeff Corbin, about me, I am a robot racist. Very damning evidence on its own, naturally. But once we look at the forensic analysis report now returned to us from it, forensic analysis status equal done, results equal true. It's almost unreal to think that an individual would have made it this far as a robot racist. But it's right there, and look there in the bottom right-hand corner, the official certification seal of the Department of Galactic Investigation. Yes, this must be it. Oh, Senator Jeff Corbin, and you thought you could get away with it. Oh, it was a close one this time. Probably
Feeling-
Charmander.
I had a feeling this was gonna peek its head during this conversation. I did not expect it during the Pokemon starter question, but Senator Jeff Corbin, I mean, this is pretty damning evidence. What do you have to say to yourself? I mean, it's even in your About Me. It looks as though you're proud of this lifestyle choice. So I do want to give you an opportunity to respond. And if anyone's asking, mine would definitely be Charmander as well.
I find this amusing. I truly do. It's so weak. It's just so weak. So my first question is this.
Sorry, are you talking about
Vega.
the robot? Are you talking about the robot being weak, or the
No,
robots
I'm
that you
talking
don't like
about
being weak, or
the forensic evidence, the forensic analysis that
Oh,
he's dropping off. So first
okay.
off, the simplest question is, Vega, did you by any chance authorize this
Yes, I
forensic
did.
analysis? You did?
I
And so you're
approved
aware
that.
of this department and this seal and this report?
I have a lot of paperwork that comes across my desk. I did approve some task force to look into the concern. I was not made aware of the findings until right now.
Not by your team, actually, this is by Lemon Boy and not by the team to you, right?
I think your questions would be best directed towards Lemon Boy at this time, given
I think that I can confirm, as we all just heard here, I've only just received this red envelope from my space mail that was placed here upon my space desk. We're
I mean,
all
you
learning
say,
this live, and we are all trying to digest this information as has been presented to us about the monster in our midst, who I don't want to start a rally cry, but is maybe deserving of a role upon his profile, labeling him as a robo-racist and changing his color to some sort of robo-racist green so that everyone is aware that he's a robo-racist whenever he is in the chat. Maybe these things could occur, but who is to say? And
well,
when
I
it
can
comes
confirm
to
that I am not a robo-racist. I can also confirm that the bio that you post is a fake. I can also confirm that this report is a fake because it is littered with fakeness and all
this
sorts of
is
BS.
almost sheer absurdity to present this as a fake
You know
report.
what I will
May
wait
I
for?
ask
I
you a
will wait
question?
for the Sergeant of Arms to confirm from the team, his team, that this report is valid and legitimate. And if not, there
This,
is no point in throwing this around.
may I ask you, Senator Jeff Corbin, would you by any chance be able to rattle off a list of the 5 most impressive scientific minds in human history?
before
Why?
you do that, before you do that, Senator Jeff Corbin, I will be looking into this, no doubt. But I do find it quite interesting that you recently have attained a new role within our Discord experience here in the Reaper's Galaxy as well. I see Robo Racist in a green role, so I definitely have to be doing some digging. Not quite sure what's going on here. I'll need to get my team together.
Well, I do know what's going on. This is the work of some really, really clever campaign team. I will tell you that. And to think that they've employed a hacker, a lovely digital enhancer and editor, and most importantly, the great, because I see this as just greatness, the great Lemon Boy in his beautiful, dramatic presentation of this ridiculous news and information. So I will wait for you, my Sergeant of Arms, to confirm this ridiculous story. Until then,
Again,
I am not a robo
preposterous.
racist.
If I may, I'll answer it for you. No, I'll pose it at the very least. Senator Jeff Corbin, would you say that Albert Einstein was an impressive individual?
Yes, he was.
He is. Would you say you respect such a man?
Respect is a strong word, but I value his opinions if ever he was to speak to me, which would never happen. Now, would it?
Of course not. The real Albert Einstein died years ago, but are you aware of classic clone naming traditions whereby the clone takes the reverse name of the individual it was cloned from? Senator Jeff Corbin, maybe you would like
Okay.
to think about who this analyst, Dr. Trebla Knightsney, is. And maybe you'd like to think about how his name spelled backwards is Dr. Albert Einstein, the individual that opinion you respect so greatly, yet at the same time make a mockery of the very analysis that he has performed, indicating that the forensic analysis equal done and results equal true when it comes to your clear admission of robo-racism within your profile.
So what we're trying to say now is we are going to take the word of a cloned Dr. Einstein who apparently reversed the name, and in my opinion, therefore, every single thing that he says is right or wrong should be considered as reversed. Therefore, if he says I am a robo-racist, ergo, I'm not a robo-racist. Thank you for that.
Dripping with ignorance as you would expect of a robo-racist.
Thank
And
you.
I will not say potential any longer, for the facts are clear.
They really
Yes,
are.
the space mail certainly came to your space door and is now sitting on your space desk. Very interesting. Very interesting outcome here. Senator Jeff Corbin, I do want to give you some benefit of the doubt here. I will look into this further with my own personal research team. Clearly, I have signed off on that document, so there is some merit there, but there is also some due diligence on my end, given the astounding findings within that report. I have also put out a search for more robo-racist hunters. Senator Jeff Corbin, whether you are one or not at this stage, I think the other three candidates up here would defiantly agree that being a robo-racist is not okay. And I am now going to pin my hat on putting an end to this injustice. I think it's time that we potentially move on past this robo-racism. I think we've gotten as far as we can within that discussion. A lot of questions to be answered. Very interesting information provided. Let me scroll up and see if there's been any recent questions made, unless, of course, any of the other candidates have any other specific questions about the robo-racism. I have to honor that. I do not see any other questions coming in, so perhaps I will take on. There's a lot of Pokemon questions. Senator Lemon Boy, there is a question directed towards you specifically by Senator Warlock. Wants to know, and I'm really not sure what he's addressing here. Perhaps you could support me with this. When mint is the question? Can you give us some context?
Yes, a very logical question. It's been a thought heavy on my mind. As you might be aware, I have some previous experience as the Commissioner of Finance for my almost beloved home planet of Clunt Prime. I believe that upon ascension as Chancellor, if I were to be blessed so fortunately, I would almost immediately, as an action to take upon my very first day, mint a new currency bearing the image, the crest, the symbol of injustice that must never be forgotten, Planet Draco. Upon both sides of the coin, Planet Draco in its prime and Planet Draco after its fall, so that we may all remember such a tragic event that has befallen our galaxy.
I thought he was potentially concerned about the smell of your breath. So didn't really know what he meant by when mint, but thank you for clarifying that.
I do have something to say still about the robo-racism and Albert Einstein.
You finally caught up to the chat here. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to start this off with a parable, a story, if you will. So I was at a college, a second tier, not an Ivy League school, but a second choice school. And I was in a class. And there was a student in this class, okay? And the teacher, he was spouting some horrible nonsense about how it was something about how robo rights are not legitimate, something that everybody knew was false. But if anybody had spoken up, he would have taken extreme joy in saying that. Okay, so nobody spoke up. And one person raised his voice. One person started talking. The teacher couldn't believe it. The classroom couldn't believe it either. But in the end, he had logic on his side. And at the end of the day, he proved his point. That student was Albert Einstein.
I think I might have just pulled in Junko because I actually didn't listen to any of that. All right, on to the next one. is it truly? We got a question from one of the senators here. I seem to have lost track of who asked this, but they're wondering if in 2069, if we still are bros before hoes. Just a simple yes or no again here would do fine. Actually, you know what? If you want to expand, I feel as though a lot of the candidates up here are in deep thought today. Feel free to do so. But Senator Goku, I haven't heard your voice in a minute here, sir. Is it bros before hoes for you still, or how do you approach that?
Depends. If you mean by bros, you mean the galaxy and my responsibilities, then absolutely. The reason being, hoes are always there. They're always there. Doesn't matter if you choose bros. They're going to be mad. You're going to come back. They're going to be mad for a little while. They're still going to do what you need them to do. Just it. Definitely.
Oh.
Definitely bro.
Alrighty. I'm gonna bounce this back to Senator Jeff Corbin. What's your take here?
I choose not to respond to this as I find this quite demeaning to our female counterparts. Thank you very much.
Very well played, Senator. Lemon Boy, on to you, sir.
Perhaps it does not translate well to my sector, but I believe I have a similar saying. Wives before knives. And this is something, almost a creed that I took upon myself following the marriage of my second wife, and that is where I would lay down my blade for the sake of my family. And need I remind us that to me, any individual of this beautiful galaxy is family, is redeemable. Even if they are a robo-racist, I believe all could be saved and do not need to be put to the knife. Thank you.
I think they're fairly similar sayings. Senator Njenka, what's your take here?
Some of my best bros are hoes, and the opposite as well. Like,
Nice. All right, on to the next one. Okay, here we go. This one's actually quite interesting and quite relevant to. Well, I shouldn't, diminish the value of the other question, but I genuinely enjoy this question. If each candidate had to pick one symbol or a crest to represent our galactic senate, what would it be? Thank you, Senator Jules. That's a great question. I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to bounce it straight back to Senator Njenka. What symbol or crest would you use to represent the Reapers galaxy, or the Galactic Senate? I'm sorry.
Squirtle.
Okay.
Let me think on it for a bit.
You already responded. Senator Goku.
I was going to say, you can pick me. I'm a little more prepared. I saw the question a little ahead of time. I'm going to post what I had thought of initially, shotgunning it straight off the hip. As soon as the question was asked, this came to mind. It would be a circle with this on it. May look like just a normal U to you, but in mathematics, this is a symbol for unity. And that's what I think we should adopt.
Yes, okay. You are very well prepared. It's very interesting. Unity. I think what was your biggest strength again, Senator Goku? I can't recall off the top of my head. Do you recall?
I don't. If you'll give me about 20 seconds, I'll tell you.
No, that's okay. I put you on the spot there, Senator. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go to Lemon Boy, and then we'll end this one with Jeff Corbin. What crest or symbol would you choose to represent the Galactic Senate?
I think perhaps the most beautiful symbol that I could imagine, and you'll have to forgive me as I was pressed for time and had to do, a rather rough sketching of 4 different options for us here. But any of these beautiful symbols of a wonderful, powerful army of lemons attacking an evil purple cloaked figure sends shivers down my spine to think about what could be accomplished if we all worked together.
It's a beautiful image. And was that spines as in plural, or do you have multiple spines?
I have an outer husk that is yellow.
I think I might have another idea.
No, not your turn. Senator Jeff Corbin, I'll allow you to wrap this one up. Any symbol or just answer the question. Go ahead. I'm breaking character so much today. Sorry, everyone. Go ahead.
Mine would have to be, and forgive me, but I do not have any designs, but I do know what it is I want. It would have to be the Tree of Life and a phoenix.
Growth through resurrection.
For
Very
anyone that
deep.
wants details to that, simply just symbolizes exactly. Oh, you felt that. That's good.
Mhm. 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 Growth through resurrection. I heard you loud and clear there, Senator. Senator Njunka, you often don't think about things for quite as long as you have here. Sounds like you had something else to share uh, regarding your Squirtle choice. Do you want to change that, or?
Yeah, I was thinking it through, and I was thinking more of an O, like a circle that stands for unity, and it equal sign for what this unity can represent, and then an 8 for infinity, because I think as a circle of unity we can just conquer everything, and there's limitless potential. So it would look something like this.
That's it's a very unique crest. I don't know if I don't know.
I would have thought there would have been more equals in there. Maybe that's just me.
Well, when he did mention, I mean, how much equal is too much equal? Like, though, I don't know. I think equal means equal, so putting more equals doesn't really actually lead to more equality. And I would say that the quality of the equal is probably greater than more equals. But that's just my galactic.
I think 3 equals is pretty, gets your point across pretty well. Anything more than that's just showing off.
No, I think I agree with Vega here. It's like when people say they will give it 200%. No, that's impossible. 100%, but there's nothing beyond that.
Mm.
Does it grow when you use it? Is there like more equals when you use it? Does that happen?
How would you use a symbol exactly?
There are lots of ways to use a symbol.
Do tell.
You can use it on buildings. You can use it on currency. You can use it on your body as a tattoo.
No, I feel like if you put it on a building, it has to be larger because else it would not be visible.
But perhaps it's the
What up?
But it might still have just as many equal signs. Hello.
So we're so we're in agreement. It's 1 equal signs more than enough for anyone out there. All right. Let's see here. Let's get back to there was a question asked that I found. Oh, here we go. We got a question for Lemon Boy, which might actually be kind of insulting from Senator Skyborn. What is your favorite space lemon type? Is that too? You know what? That's the question. Go ahead.
It is insulting to hear such a crude thing labeled at me. I'm used to it. Thank you for not trying to shield me from it, Lieutenant Vegas. But as we all know, I'm the only one of my kind. The only one out here in this cruel, dark world that I try and shine a little yellow round light upon. I would have given up by now if it wasn't that when I looked down upon my rotund body, I did not see this perfect S encased within a diamond shape that I can only interpret as some sort of symbol of hope strewn across my chest. It got me through many a dark night and will continue to do so.
I feel like that didn't address the question at all. But cool costume, bro. Okay. Let's see, what other questions do we have here? There was a question. Apparently, here we go. Someone's wondering, when are we going to? Where is this question? When can we get off bug protein and back to 100% beef in the galaxy? This is from Senator Jesse Jam. First of all, I'm eating very well. I'm gonna address this question just very shortly. I know this isn't meant for me, and I shouldn't be taking spotlight, but it's in my nature at times. I'm eating plenty of beef. I'm not sure why you're only eating bug protein. Is any of the other candidates, are you experiencing the same issue? And if so, um, is it because I'm eating all the beef?
I'm currently in the midst of a back-to-back 40-day fast, 80 days total. 1 day in between a go all out buffet. So I can't really relate to this question at this time. Although, will there ever be a change? I hope so. I will look towards others, towards researchers to prove what could be possible for a return to normalcy in our diets. I do not wish to provide false hope, however. Rationing in times of war is not uncommon, and the future before us is most uncertain. I will never lie to you, my beloved senators. There is no clear answer, in my eyes, to such a question.
Interesting. Thank you for addressing. Look, okay, it seems as though the other end of our universe.
I'm stunned. I am just stunned.
You're
Are we
stunned.
in the same galaxy? We are at a time where we have no issues involving food. We have excess amount of food. So why are we complaining about food? I am so confused.
I thought all cows were dead.
Oh, they're not. They're definitely not.
I've got plenty of cows around. All right. It looks as though we have a event slash something happening at the other end of our universe. I think it might be Chancellor, ex-Chancellor, piss on his name, eat shit, piece of shit, Galleon, starting something else somewhere else. He's had enough of this apparently and is concerned about our power. With all due respect, and actually just to genuinely get the most value, piss on his name, within these discussions, we are on an hour. I think most of the questions were answered. If there weren't any that were answered, just share them in the comms portal, and I'm sure the candidates will get to them accordingly. I want to give my role out. This role is going to be called Robot Racist Hunter. That's for everyone in here. This is a deep concern of mine. We need to get as many hunters as possible. So I'm gonna just recruit you all now. Everyone up on stage besides Jeff Corbin, please remain on stage as you're under investigation. This was recorded. I distribute that
What?
role now. All right. You know, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Senator. You can hop off stage. You can get this role. But I definitely have to
And
do a
you
bit of
need to
research.
ensure you do some proper investigation about what is going on, because these false claims need to be punished, because this is clear defamation of character. I will not stand for it anymore.
I understand. You have my word. All right, I'm distributing the roles now. I'll see you all at the other end of our universe. Bye.